Hey, what's up, my YouTube family? Robert Dunbar here, training by Dunbar, doing a video for a live webinar that I'll be holding on next week, Wednesday at 9:30 p.m. Eastern Time. So, of course, I'm shooting this from my home office in Jacksonville, Florida. And I just got some posts going this morning concerning that wheel workshop. So guys, do me a favor before I get into what the wheel workshop is going to be about, how you can register for it and subscribe to it. Do me a favor, bottom right hand corner, please hit the subscribe button. When you go and hit the subscribe button on the YouTube channel, you'll see there's also a notification bell. If you can smash that notification bell, that'd be fantastic as well. It gives me an opportunity to grow my channel, grow my subscription, so I can get more information to you. As a matter of fact, 2 times a week, I drop a video and it will notify you via email to let you know that I dropped that video. And that way you can take a look at it at your own convenience, because you know it's there and it'll be in your messages. So hit the subscribe button, smash the notification button. And when this video ends, if you like the video, give me a thumbs up. If you don't like the video, give me a thumbs down. I can appreciate it. Also in the comments, please comment whether or not you'll be getting on that wheel workshop, because the space that I provide on that platform is going to be based on the people that I know that are going to be getting involved on that webinar. It is for 1 hour on Wednesday the 25th. That's next week, Wednesday, and that's Eastern time, 9:30 p.m. to 10:30 p.m. So again, Robert Dunbar, training by Dunbar. That event will be on Eventbrite. It'll be on Instagram. It'll be on Facebook. It's on LinkedIn. So I'm just starting to update my LinkedIn page. I've had LinkedIn for about 10 years, but I'm just now updating the page and getting myself back into the whole LinkedIn thing as well. But anyway, wheel workshops. So why am I doing a wheel workshop video at this time? Coincidentally, I looked at the last time I did one, a live one, and it was actually the 24th of March. So I'm only doing it a day off. So that's just kind of coincidentally the way that's happening. But when I do these live webinars for wheel workshops, I do it live and that's it. I do not record it. So please don't ask me to record it. Please don't ask me where the recording is at. If you don't get on live, you won't see it live. Why is that? Because you make time for the things that you think are important. And because I have material that I give to people who have participated in my wheel workshop, live training events or webinar events, I want to make sure that you did attend it. And if I record it, all you have to do is be dishonest with me and tell me that you looked at it on the recording when, of course, you may have not done that. So when it's the live webinar, I can see who attended and I can send them the proper information. And that's another reason why I do that. So get yourself plugged in, 9:30 p.m. Eastern time, Wednesday, the 25th of March. We'll do a 1 hour live, non-recorded wheel workshop webinar. So why am I doing the webinar right now? Because for 2 things. One, time like this, everybody is indoors. Different states have different bans. You can't go out. You can't go to certain restaurants. They won't let you in. You can do, takeout or, drive through and things like that. So people are pretty much quarantined, so to speak, to their homes. So I figured it'd be a great time to go ahead and get this wheel workshop done. People have been asking for it anyway, and I have been putting it off because I've been busy doing other things, finishing the book, trying to add clients and customers to my book of business and all the other things. I've got 2 different businesses I run, so I've been busy doing those things. But now was a great time for me to do it, so I'm gonna go ahead and get it in now. And what they say, you want to get something done, give it to the business person, right? John C. Maxwell. So I found the time to do it. I got it locked in. I've got my webinar scheduled already. That's the first reason. The second reason I'm doing it right now is because in the climate that we're in right now with COVID-19, we're looking at people's mindset change, and you have to get a hold of people's mindset and understanding. And unfortunately, when things like this happen, people start to get their affairs in order because things like this happen. Now, it shouldn't happen that way, but it does. So people are now interested in having a will done. and how their health is. Because when they say, well, the people who are not surviving coronavirus are people who are unhealthy, but now everybody wants to get their health together. Well, you should be getting your health together anyway. You should need a virus to surprise the world and become an epidemic for you to decide that you want to go see a doctor and figure out what you should be doing for your health. You should be doing that anyway. But that's the world we live in. So what do? You capitalize off of those circumstances, right? So people now are so interested in, hey, what about my end of life documents, my living will, my standing will, my healthcare power of attorney? So a lot of companies right now will be open to you coming in and doing a will workshop simply because they see that things can happen unexpectedly that could have people lose their lives. If you get sick because you caught a virus and you go, then you never really have a chance to get your end of life documents together because you catch something. You say, oh, I'm sick. You go to the hospital and then you never come home. So because that can happen to people, obviously we're seeing right now in this day and time, this is an absolute perfect time to be looking at doing will workshops. So when this passes, people will be a little bit more aware. It'll be fresh in their mind and they'll say, you know what, maybe I should let you in to do this now. I know you came to me before about it. So it's a great time for you to follow up on your pipeline of people that you went to before with the will workshop and freshen their mind, because now they're going to be thinking death, end of life documents. It's going to be more of a sense of urgency if that says anything to you. So of course I do sales training. So sales 101 is sales is psychology. You have to work within the psychology of people. So this is a great time to be doing those will workshops. So what's some things that you can be saying and doing? Look, guys, I'll tell you all day long, and I'll actually draw up a couple of quick scripts that I can send you guys. So let me get you guys connected. So you help me, I help you. Does that make sense? You help me, I help you. So I'm always looking for my channel to grow. I'm always looking for comments to be in my box. So comment below if you want me to send you some scripts on some things you can say to some companies to allow them to let you in to do a will workshop. That's first thing, right? What are we going to do? We are going to comment below and let me know that. Secondly, there's a link on this video. So when you're looking at the content, the description of this video, there's a link there that you can click. When you click that link, what'll happen is it'll take you to my emailer, which is through MailChimp, which will allow you to, in the upper left-hand corner, to click a button that says subscribe. What that does is that puts you on my email list for things concerning what we're talking about now, will workshops and things like that. I won't send you other things. I won't say anything about my book. I'll just send you things concerning these topics about will workshops and things that I'm doing with companies to grow my book of business. So I'll be doing that. So that's what the email is going to be for. So hit that subscribe button when you do it. Not the subscribe button in the right-hand corner here, but go to the description of this video. Click the link. It's going to take you to my MailChimp emailer. Hit the subscribe, and it's going to ask you for your email address. I will then send an email to all those people that are on that email list. I will send them a copy of scripts letting them know these are some things that you can do. And then, of course, after I do the will workshop, I'm going to also send an email to all you all with the PowerPoint that I use during the will workshop. I'm going to also send you several PDFs that you can alter to get in to do will workshops with different companies. So particularly speaking, I'm going to give you a quick verbal script. So this will be a great time to call a company that you work with that has a wellness coordinator or somebody that likes to put on programs for that company. A lot of times, if it's a city, if it's a county, if it's a state, if it's any kind of government agency that you're doing an enrollment for, a lot of times those companies will have a wellness coordinator or somebody with a similar title. So don't get stuck on the name of the title. But what they do is they present programs for the wellness of the employees. So what you want to do is you want to click that. Click that. You want to speak to that person and say, hey, I'm Robert Dunbar. I work with Legal Shield. I offer a will workshop. I've had a conversation with you before. What I'm looking at doing is presenting a will workshop as a part of your wellness program. I can do it in between 30 minutes and an hour. I'll also provide lunch for the employees, and we could do it on a rotating clock so all the employees aren't gone at one time. So if that company has 150 employees, you can do 50, 50, and 50. You can do 30, 30, 30, 30, 30, and you can go in and be there at do one at 9 o'clock, one at 11 o'clock, one at 1 o'clock, one at 3 o'clock, however you need to do it. You set that up based on what you can do with your schedule and what they will allow you to do. But you don't want them to pull all the employees at one time. And you can do these will workshops, especially if it's an account that you're already in as a provider. If you're not already in that company, that's a great time for you to say that to them. Do that lunch and learn will workshop. And then when you get 4 unique applications, you can then ask that wellness coordinator, because remember, I'm doing bank draft when I do this. If you want to open it up as payroll, then you take that route. So that's a whole nother training. That's a whole nother class. I'm talking to you about doing it a specific way here. You can go to that wellness coordinator and say, hey, look, I appreciate you letting me in to do this this presentation. I want to know whether or not I can give these guys a discounted rate. The way I offer this service, I can actually discount the rate because you allow me to come in and talk to all of these guys. And look, guys, this is assuming that you don't already have this as a group. If it's already a group and you already know the wellness coordinator, you're just going in and adding memberships to your book of business through that account. If this is not already an open group, and let's say it's just something like a chiropractic office or a dentist office or an eye clinic or some other smaller business that's got 30, 40, 50 employees, you say to that wellness coordinator, hey, look, thanks for letting me speak to those guys that really appreciated it in this climate, in this day and time, and I knew they would. I've got about 6 of these people who decided that they want to go ahead and get their will done, and they're going to participate in our membership. Now, I can give them a group rate. All I need you to do is go ahead and sign up on this form saying that you allowed me to speak to them. This is also going to give them a discounted rate. So instead of them paying $24.95 for this membership, they're going to pay $18.95 for this membership, which will allow them to protect their significant other, married or not, and even their children living at home or full-time college students with this plan. It'll allow them to get their end-of-life document in place, and there's a lot of other things that they can do, but they're getting it for about $6 off because I did it here, and you're allowing them to get that discount through this company by signing this form. The last thing it'll do is these 6 people who have already decided they want to get their end-of-life documents done and have access to an attorney, I would hate for them to try to use this against you all for a separate legal issue. We try to prevent that from happening. Because you allow me to come in and speak to them, I want to protect you as well. So I don't want them to sue you with this membership. So by you signing this form, that lets them know that they can't use it against you. And I've already told them that during the presentation that they could not use it against the company. So if we can go ahead and get this signed and get these applications turned in, these people can go ahead and start getting their wills done immediately. So that's a conversation that I would have with that wellness coordinator under that circumstance. So you could do it that way. For those that are working with transportation companies, like I work with transportation companies, you can also turn a lounge meeting into this. You can call some of your transportation companies right now and say, hey, look, I know you guys have got about 70 drivers and I've only enrolled about 20 drivers so far. So what I want to look at doing is, because of this climate, because these truck drivers already have a dangerous career, now we've got this COVID-19 going on. It's probably in their best interest to look at getting their end-of-life documents done. Is there any way I can kind of hang around the lounge and do a couple of will workshops, and I'll go ahead and buy some light snacks for these guys, and I can talk about the importance of having a will done. That way the drivers who already have our program will go ahead and understand why they need to get their will done, and the drivers who have not made the decision yet to get the membership, they can now make the decision to get the membership, and I can go ahead and get them enrolled. If that's a trucking company that's already set up, payroll deduction, boom, you're already there. Payroll deduction application, get it sent into corporate, because corporate is still accepting application because corporate is open for business. If it's a group account that you've been working on and you haven't been able to do it, use that as a way to get in. And if they say yes, set it up payroll. If that's how you're going to plan on setting it up, you do your deal that way. You've been to group school, you know how to do that. If you want to do a bank draft, set it up bank draft, however you're going to do it. I'm giving you a way to get in. Right now, your mindset should be, how do I take the circumstance that we're in right now This very circumstance that we're in right now. How do I turn this circumstance into a situation where I can add to my book of business, where I can protect more people in the companies that I already have open, and how I can get into accounts that did not let me in because of time or because they did not see the sense of urgency of our membership to say, now, look, there is a sense of urgency because people are quote unquote catching an illness that they may not be able to get rid of. And when they get in that state, they're really in a position where they can't really do a will because they're probably not even in their right state of mind, and somebody could challenge it. Let's get these things done now in case something like this happens again. You may have escaped this situation, but you may not escape the next one. Or the people in your family may be in a circumstance where they need to have that protection. Your parents may need to have that protection because they may be a little bit up in age. We know that the older population has a bigger, more of a chance of not surviving this current epidemic that's going on. And that is who want to get their end of life documents done or get them updated. Do you know how many clients you have, how many customers you have, how many people that you are in touch with, right? That you can put your hands on, no pun intended, because we're in a, we kind of, in a situation where you're not supposed to be touching, but that you can put your hands on that have a will done that they haven't updated their will in years. That them simply paying $24.95 or $25 or $23.95 group rate or $18.95 group rate can literally update your will for that amount of money, as opposed to paying hundreds of dollars when they're trying to save money in a time where some people can't even hold on to their job right now, or they're being laid off without pay. I know some people are being laid off with pay, but some people are being laid off without pay. I'm talking to people every day. There are some scared people out there because of this epidemic, and there's some scared people out there because they don't know if they're going to have a job when this is over with. So I want you guys to use this circumstance as a positive instead of a negative, and grow your book of business. Get into some companies by using this as an icebreaker. So that's the other reason why I'm doing this will workshop, is so that you understand how to tool this up. And then when this circumstance is all said and done, you can still do them, because I do them all the time anyway. I mean, I've been doing will workshops for years before something like this happened, but I know I can ramp it up now big time because of this circumstance, and I know how people think now that they're going to see that there's a sense of urgency because the reality of this climate has hit them. People can get sick and die. We know it's been happening with the flu for years, but some people, they need all of this crazy news stuff to be going on for it to sink into their mind, what some of us know already. More people have been dying from the flu anyway, but obviously they needed to see this to understand that you need to get your end of life documents done. We can do it for a lot less than $300, $400, $500 a month. They can have our membership for less than 12 months. For a full 12 months, and pay less than what they're going to pay an attorney to do their will. So we're going to get living will, standing will, and healthcare power of attorney done, plus an abundance of other things. If they've got questions for a law firm concerning whether they get let go of unfairly, maybe some clinical issues that they're having that they may want to talk to an attorney about. It could be all kind of things that they could want to talk to an attorney about. Let me give you an example. And I'm going to be closing out here in a minute because the videos get long. So a friend of mine literally called her gym and said, you guys are closed. You don't know when you're going to open back up. I want to go ahead and cancel my membership because it doesn't make sense for me to be paying for a membership that I can't use. I'll look at getting my membership back once all this is over with. You know what they told her? Per the contract, she can freeze her membership, but she still has to pay it. And I said, what in the world? Why would you freeze the membership if you still got to pay it? And what is freezing it if you're paying it, right? They said you can freeze your membership, not come in, but you still got to make the payments. You figure that one out. I'm not going to figure that out. I'm going to call an attorney if that happens to me. But those are the things that are happening in this climate. Companies still want to get their money even though their doors aren't open. So it's called subscription based. So they're saying you can't come here because we're closed until April 15th or whatever that date is. But I'm going to go ahead and bill your account for having a membership even though we're not open for you to come in. And you can't cancel your contract with us too. So Guys, look, people are being taken advantage of. This is a great time to do it. The Will Workshop is a tool to get in the door and do a workshop because it's a specific part of our membership that can help people. But understand this, there's an abundance of other things we can do with our legal plans and that people can use every day, especially in a climate like this. And this is a great time to do it. So, guys, the Will Workshop is going to be absolutely phenomenal. It's a free webinar. It's a free workshop. I don't ever charge for it. There's no catch to it. There's no back end to it. All I want you to do is take the time to learn. You're stuck in the house anyway. Get the free webinar. Let me know. But do me the favor of subscribing to my YouTube channel. Do me the favor, because this is not costing you money to do that. Do me a favor by making comments on the bottom of my video so that I get more traction, because it's not costing you to do that. So Robert Dunbar here, signing off, training by Dunbar. See you guys on the webinar next week, Wednesday.